夢に見ていたあの日の影に届かない叫び、明日の自分はなんて書いても消えない願いに濡れる。こぼれ落ちるかけらを掴むその手で揺れる心抱えて飛び込んでけ夜へ。誰かのために生きてこの時が全てでいいでしょう。見せかけの自分はそっと捨ててただありのままで。
Konnichiwa and welcome everybody back to Chrono Reviews again, and this time I will be reviewing Fate Testarossa in school uniform. I have just watched the first 2 seasons of Lyrical Nanhwa and I'm starting to watching the Strikers, and so I had to get this figure because Fate Testarossa is one of my favorite characters in the series, and the transformed version was out of stock, so I started off with this one. So now let's take a look at the box. You see, here is the figure. Here's the usual art of Fate in this case. Here's the poses. Here it just says Figma, and here is art, and here too. Now let's get this figure opened and check it out, and I'll get back. Welcome everybody back. Now I'm back with the Figma Fate Testarossa in school uniform, and I must say the articulation is very good. The arms, the head can turn. Yeah, these are detachable, so you can change the those and stuff. However, those are posable. You just snap them back if they are coming off. The head can be turned in the usual ways, sideways and up and down. The torso can be turned, and the legs, knees turned sideways, and the feet. However, you cannot make the jumping poses and stuff are very limited because this is just sculpted all around and are not like with Saber. You can have a better flow on the dress, so that makes this figure much more limited. However, that's a little bit of letdown. However, except that, the sculpture is great, nice resemblance to Fate Testarossa, and I must say I'm happy to have this as the first Fate figure, and it actually don't need too much difficult poses because it's not in a fighting mode. So let's check out the accessories, starting off with the Figma bag. You can store the accessories in, you can write down Fate Testarossa if you wish. You can also use this Figma stand to pose her, and there is extra hands. This one is nice, holding Bardish, which is the coolest device in Nanhwa ever, in the jewel form. There's also other hands, you can hold her school bag and stuff. And there is of course the bag. You can hold like that in that handle. There's a closed eye face that can be used to when she summons Bardiche. And there is those alternate hair stuff. I don't really know the word for those. I'm just having a brain loss right now. So those can be attached and detached from the hair. And last but not least, you have her familiar Arf in puppy form, which I think is a nice addition, and I hope there is a figure of Arf in human form as well. Very nice. So now let's get Fate post and show you an example of what you can do. Alright, I am back with the post Fate Testarossa. So I chose a nice pose with Bardiche and I changed the hair things to the black. I think those actually match the uniform and the yellow hair much better. But I still like the others because that's a tribute to the friendship of Fate and Nanoha. However, this is what I come up with. Bardiche ready to activate, set up, and hair flowing out, and a nice pose overall. I think it's a very great figure and I'm really looking forward to getting the other versions of Fate Testarossa from Strikers and the movie version, which I'm really looking forward to. So I can actually get Bardiche as well as a weapon you can put on this. So let's make a little size comparison here. You can see that Fate is actually a very short figure, because Saber is indeed also short. So if you check, and with Rin here too, it's a very good scale actually, because Fate in this form is very young and should actually be very short. So this is very surprising that this Figma is this good scale, and I'm very happy about it too. So this Figma is probably my favorite recently, but I have many favorites, so don't really trust me on the favorite stuff because I have many favorites. Now overall this is a very great figure and my first Nanoha Figma, but it's definitely not my last one. Nice display. And I hope you enjoyed it too, because I don't think I have too much more to say right now actually, except for I recommend this figure. And if you like Fate Testarossa as a character, or if you just like Nanoha or just collecting nice anime figures, I say just buy it. It's nothing to regret about it. A nice figure, good value. And that's all for this time. Sayonara!